You know, my favorite thing, Chase, that we've been doing for the last couple of years is quarterly note cards. So I've got somebody that we paid part-time last year that just writes handwritten note cards. So anyone in there's about I think we have around 500 people in our database that they get a quarterly note card. And it basically says something as simple as, I hope your socks match today. Have a good one. Peter Bradrick and the Red Banner team. And sometimes it's a little bit longer and a little bit more meaningful, but like they know that they're cared for and seen. And I'm a huge believer in handwritten note cards. I'm super leery of all the automated services because I don't want in any way, like we've worked so hard to make sure that our people know that we will bleed our veins dry for them, particularly in the transaction process. And so I don't want there to be anything that hints at fraud, like, oh, hey, we wanted you to feel warm and fuzzy, but this actually was not a real note card. And that's honestly probably been one of the hardest things to quantify because they're already in our database. They're already reaching out. It's hard to know, was this really the thing? But I believe that's probably one of the most effective things that's made our people really feel seen and heard. And to some people, that means nothing. I'm a really, really fast, like if it's not in front of my face, I'm not paying attention and I don't really open my mail a lot. But most people are a little more pay attention to the details than I am. And that means a lot to them. The last number of years, if we're doing an open house, we're going to door knock the neighborhood. A good door knocking campaign during the warm winter months will result in 3 to 5 people that we have some kind of contact with. Most often, these people aren't saying, oh yeah, I'm interested in buying or selling. There's just like a certain level of warmth and connectivity. They go into a handwritten note card campaign. The very first note card they get is hey, it was so good to chat with you. Here's a $5 gift card to our local coffee shop. 7 days later, 1 week later, they get another note card that says, hey, just for the record, one of my good friends runs this cleaning company. Here's a 10% off coupon to his roof cleaning, window cleaning, and gutter cleaning business. The third one has another coupon. The fourth one has an invitation to follow us on social media. And after that, a lot of these people will follow us on social media. We see them. We notice that. We put it in. We're able to follow up with them. And that kind of engagement we've found has, like, our people are fiercely loyal and like deeply engaged. And so all this communication and talk in the news about, commissions and that kind of stuff, it's not at all scary to me because I know that our people deeply trust us. And if we iterate our business and do it, we get paid a completely different way. I don't care how the industry changes. I know I've got a database of 500 to 800 people. We have, thousands of people in the database, but like an actual hardcore database of 500 to 800 people who would go to hell and back with us. And that's as a result of a lot of like aggressive communication in making them feel known. That's the last big thing that I lean in on with all new agents. I'm like, hey, I'm going to tell you the same thing that the mentors in my life said for the first many years. Trust the model. Be skeptical of all your creativity. Be skeptical of all your, I walked into Jonathan Harper's office. It's 8 months into being an agent. And I was like, hey, I want to give a house away by the end of this year. I'm gonna put aside X amount. If I can sell 200 houses, then we're gonna be able to buy a house. At the time, the average price point was $2,000, and I'm like, it's not that hard. And he's like, okay, I don't want to discourage you from that, but are you calling all the leads that you have on your desk right now? He's like, hey, before you come up with a new gimmick that's gonna be like make everyone want to do business with you, just make sure you're following through on what you're supposed to do right now. I'm so glad that I had those voices telling me, and now what I would tell my younger self is literally what I got told. Trust the model, just be consistent. The one thing that pissed me off that I got told a lot, particularly from Harper, was be boring. Like, don't know how to do that very well.
And yet it was sound advice.
So I still aspire to be more boring than I am.